Hello, Chris from Elite Martial Arts. So today's lesson is for the white belts and the blue belts, and it's for the week starting the 1st of March, so happy St. David's Day all. As you can see, I brought my trusty Rodney, dressed him up in a special top, you know. Not saying anything about the rugby on the weekend, just saying that it's St. David's Day and a special day. So, hope you have a lovely day. Today we are going to do, so I keep looking down there as every week because that's where my lesson plan is. We're going to be working a bit more on those rising elbow blocks and that knee block. Yeah? We're going to be doing some moving around with it today. So we won't be, or need a little bit of space. We're not going to be doing lots of big reaching stuff, but we just need to start learning how to move while doing these techniques. Yeah? Same rules apply. Make sure you're safe, make sure you've got plenty of space, you're not going to bump into anything or anyone, and that you've got a drink with you. Yeah, let's go for it. Okay, I'm back. So, with me. It's a little different for me today, because I usually record these videos at 10 o'clock on a Sunday night, and today it's like 12 o'clock midday, and there's sunlight outside. It's still blinking cold in here though. Backwards and forwards. Crissy-cross. Star jumps. Just legs. Up and down. And relax. Shake your legs. Whew. Okay, heads all the way up. And all the way down. To one side. And the other side. Centre, ears to shoulder. And the other side. And centre, circles all the way around. And the other way. Excellent, shoulders forward. And backwards. Elbows forward. And backwards. Arms forward. Back. And across. Okay, bring one arm in. Nice and tight, and look the other way. Change, and look the opposite direction again. And centre, one behind your back, push down. Change. hands. Up and down. Circles. Other way. Number 8. And the other way. Excellent. Hands make fists. Open. Fists. And open. Wiggle. Like I said, it's cold in here, I can hardly feel my fingers. Okay, push down on one hand. And back. Relax. Push down on the other hand. And back. Relax. Okay, fists open and close. So I went into a bit of a daydream then. Circles and the other way. Before we move any lower, let's have a go. Put both hands up and one arm wants to go forward while the other arm is going to go backwards, but at the same time. And then the other way. Okay, now don't change direction, just keep going a couple of times. And the other way. Good or bad? How did you manage that? Yeah? You probably looked silly. Don't worry, everyone's allowed to look silly doing it. I'm going to give that a go at the end, just to help work that mind of ours. Okay, hands on your hips and push forwards. And to centre, and then one side. Stretch over, take hold, and that little bit extra. Back to the centre, relax, and the other side. Reach over, take hold, and over. Excellent. Okay, shake your legs. I've just realised I've recorded this and the other lessons video with the camera up, and usually we do it to the side. Oh well, you can still see me, that's all that matters. Circles. And the other way. My brain seems to work better the later on in the day it is. Excellent, okay. So, like we've been doing, leg shoulder width apart, straight legs, hands on your thighs, and let's move them down to your knees. Well done, everyone. Okay, from your knees, let's go to our shins. Back to our knees. Shins. Ankles. Shins. Keeping your legs nice and straight, just letting your head relax. Ankles. Toes. See if you can stand on your fingers. Toes to ankles, sorry. Toes again. And then the floor with your tippy fingers. Tips your fingers. Toes. Floor. And then from there we want to turn our fingers into fists. fingers, toes, ankles, shins, knees, bend your knees, back up, shake those legs. Right then, I don't know if we did a squat split in the last lesson, but we're going to do it with you today. We're going to do the balance stretches, so take hold, knees together, heel to bum, push your hips forward, arm out for balance, change, 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 last time to change on each side. Oh, I kicked my fingers in. Change. And relax. One knee up. So more balance stretching. Bring your knee up. Change. 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 Last one for each leg. And change. And relax. Okay, shake your legs. Split squat. Again, I don't remember if you did it. It's been 2 weeks. One leg goes straight, the other leg is a squat. So from here, it's a stretch. I think I might have done it with you. You can either have your hands just on the insides of your legs, your arms, and your hand on the bendy leg in front of your toes, hand on your straight leg by your knee. Or if you feel comfortable, hands on your knees. And you just want to lean in between. Okay? Should feel the stretch, the pull on the inside of your leg and in your groin. And change sides. Whoa. So it's also good for balancing, balance work. If you don't use your hands, but if you do need to, that's fine, that's not a problem. Change. And lean a little bit further. Change. Last time to change for each side. This time I want you to make a triangle a little bit further in front. Change, keep your hands there though, and just turn them around. Or twist them as you move. And back up. Shake your legs and get yourself a drink. So fitness class today is going to be really simple. We are going to do squats and half squats. And then I'm going to try and teach you something called a Jazzy Bear. Yeah, it's one of the techniques that we used to use a lot before COVID came around and stopped us being able to use all the mats, doing our rolls and stuff. But for the squats, we all know how to do a squat. Hands in front or on our ears, but just for today, I want you to have your hands in front. Okay, we bend our knees, we come all the way down, my toes and heels stay on the floor, I come back up. That is one full squat. After each one, We're going to place our hands on our legs and we're going to bend our knees until our hands touch our knees. 1, 2. And that is 2 half squats. So we did 1 full squat and 2 half squats. A little bit confusing, I know. What we're going to do is we're going to do a total of 5 of them. Yeah? I did it with the last class with the purples to black belts, and I made them do 10. And you'll find that your legs on both sides will get a little achy. Brilliant, that means that we're working the muscles. Yeah? We're stretching, we're making them exercise hard. It might burn a little, but you'll be fine. So we're going to do that. Just 5 normal squats and 10 half squats. Yeah? So I'm going to do it with you. Hands out in front. And with me. 1. So all the way down and back up. Hands on your thighs. 1, 2. Hands up. 1. Hands on your thighs. 1, 2. 1. Hands down. 1, 2. That's 3. 1. 1, 2. That's 4. Last one. 1. 1, 2. That's 5. That's excellent effort. Well done. Right then, Jazzy Bears. So Jazzy Bears is an exercise that we use and it helps build the strength in your hands, your elbows, your shoulders, your legs and your belly. And we can use it when we get to fight on the floor again. So make sure I've got plenty of space. Just move Rodney out of the way a little bit and sit there. So I go into a press-up position. Okay? If you want, you can be on your knees, but usually we're in a full press-up position. And what we do is we push one leg all the way out so that my bottom just touches the floor and I come back up. And then the other side. That's 1. Okay? So when it's done properly, it looks a little bit like this. Yeah? Or from this direction. That's all it is. Okay? If you want to do it on your knees, that's fine. We are going to do 2 sets of 5. Yeah? Because it is tricky. So I'll count the numbers and do it with you. And then once we've got to 5, we'll have a 10-second break. You can just shake your hands off, shake your hips, whatever. Just be careful, you might find yourself slipping all with the socks on. I am slipping along these mats. Can't wait to be barefoot again. Okay? So get ready. Onto your feet. And 1. So the legs come under. 2. Bum touches that floor. Only for a second. 3. 4. 5. And relax. Woo! Couple of deep breaths. I'll give you another 5 seconds because I'm tired as well. Okay. Get ready. Onto your feet. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. My foot slipped. And down. Excellent, well done. Go and get yourself a drink. Well, that felt really nice to roll the those mats, eh? Okay. So we'll quickly go through our 8 blocks. And then we're going to put a bit of movement into this block. Elbow block and knee block. Okay, so Kibachi, fist onto our belt. With me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. With me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to count it 3 more times for you to practice. Okay? Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And restart. So blue belts, this should be perfect. Green belts, this should be very good. Orange belts, this should be good. Yellow belts, you should know all of these moves. They don't have to be done perfect or brilliantly, but you know them, so these should be done. And white belts, you should know how to do them basically, and they don't have to look very good. That's what the instructors will help you do when you get back. Yeah? Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And restart. Get ready. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I catch you out? 5, 6, 7, 8. Did you manage it? Or did you go, ugh? Don't worry if you did. Very good. Right then. Oh, my legs. So we've got our 8 blocks there. Let's go with just working on our rising elbow block. Yeah? So, the highest technique for strikes that you lot learn up to your blue belt is, or that you get graded on, is 1, 2, 3, 4, and your elbows. Yeah? They are your striking techniques. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it together a little bit. We're going to start just with a front punch and a rising elbow block. Yeah? 1, 2. So my count. Are we ready? White belts, yellow belts, I expect you to be an awful lot slower. So if you don't want to keep up to my pace, that's fine. You go a little bit slower. Maybe you go every other move. Yeah, orange belts and green belts, you should be keeping up. It doesn't have to look perfect, but you should be keeping up. Blue belts, yours should look like mine and be just as fast as mine, because I'm doing it at a blue belt level. Yes, I only taught you how to do the rising elbow block last week, or last class for me, but you already know how to do rising elbow, so you've got no excuses. So from here, elbows down, fists up, with me. Itch, 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 change. So from here, my front leg has changed, which means my front hand has changed. So front punch, back rising elbow. Ready? Itch, 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 itch. Excellent. Let's swap legs. Right then. Instead of punching off my front fist, I'm going to do my rising block, followed by a belly punch. So from here, 1, 2. Okay? So 1, 2. Striking to the belly. Not down at the floor, but in front of my belly. Okay? To the count. Itch, 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 again, 1, 2. Itch, 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 itch. Excellent. Swap legs. Right then, from here, front punch, rising block, rising elbow block, front hook. 1, 2, 3. If you want, you don't have to hook to the head. We can go 1 to the face, 2, 3. So you're striking them in the belly. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's up to you. I would like you to go for the face. Yeah? But this is a new type of combination. It's going to be difficult. So with me, itch, 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 itch. Change legs. 1, 2, 3. Itch, 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 itch. Oh, I forgot them. Excellent. Right. So if you need a drink at any time, pause. I am getting thirsty. It's getting warm in here now. So done a little bit of combination work there, changing the way around that we would use this block. Now, like I said, it's not one of our basic blocks, but I am teaching you it as a block, the rising elbow. What we need to do now is we need to learn to turn as we block. Okay? So usually, if I was to do a turn, I would be doing an inside or an outside body block. Yeah? From here, bang. Different type of block it's like a body block, but it's what the black belts do instead. Instead of blocking, we'll catch the wrist, so we can put a lock on. But that's the idea. Instead, what I'm doing is I'm going to turn to face that way. So my front foot stays on the floor, and I just move my back leg around. Okay? But as I'm doing it, I'm bringing this arm to block. Yeah? Because now what I'm going to do is I'm going to step forward. In fact, no, I won't even step forward. I'm just going to punch. 1, 2. Yeah? So I'm punching to the head and then the belly. So from here, I'll move over a little bit. I'm going to turn and block. 1, 2. Okay? Which way would that be? So from here, fists are up. I'm going to turn and block. 1, 2. Okay? Nothing posh, nothing fancy. We are just learning to move now. Work our combination slightly different and move. So from here, left leg in front, and we will go slow. We will all move slow for this one. Because blue belts, I don't expect that you've ever learned to turn and block like this. Yeah? So fists up. So, nice and slowly. 1. Big block. Punch to the face. Punch to the belly. And back. 2. Yeah? So, 1, 2. Making sure the fist comes back each time. You don't want to go like that. You're not going to get any power. Yeah? Going. It's not really strong from there. Oh, I missed that hand anyway. But that's the idea. 3. 4. 5. 6. Good block. 7. A little bit faster now. 8. 9. 10. Excellent work. So we swap legs again. I'm not turning that way now though. I'm turning that way. Yeah? So my fists are up. This leg stays where it is. And I step forward with that leg, but I turn to face that direction. This foot stays where it is, this leg steps forward, and I just turn my body that way. Okay? And as I do it, this arm comes up to the side of my head, like a rising elbow. Because that's what it is. Block. So from here, just around, yeah? Punch, face, back, belly, back. Okay? So again, we won't rush, we'll go through this slowly. 1, big block, punch, high, low, and back. 2, high, low. Okay? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. 10. Okay? Well done. So, that is your rising elbow block. It's not super hard or super confusing because it's the rising elbow, is a move that you need to learn for your orange belt. So it's not too difficult. When it does become difficult is when you are doing moving or turning, like that, and when you're putting it into combination. But I'm sure you all did a fantastic job. What I want you to do is pause the video, and I want you to make, or just spend 5 minutes using that turn and block and putting any couple of moves that you know into it. Yeah, same as from this way. If you want, from there, snap kick, belly punch, or belly punch, head punch. It's up to you. Blue belts, I expect to see a hook or an uppercut in there. Okay, because higher belt, higher moves. Right there, have a drink. But yes, just spend 5 minutes swapping between each side, make up your own moves off that block and turn. Right then. So, our knee block. Again, I'm not pushing forward, I'm not sticking it out to the side, I'm just bringing my knee up. Yeah? So, bang. Doesn't have to go all the way up. But if it's coming up to my ribs, if the kick or the opponent is trying to hit me in the ribs, I want my knee up higher. Look at what I do though. My elbow drops straight to protect it as well. So that what it's going to hit is either my knee, my shin, my knee, the outside of my leg, or my elbows and arm. It's not going to hit my ribs, because my arm, hip, down to my foot is protecting my ribs. So if it is coming from a roundhouse kick, for example, bang, protected. Same off this side, protected. Yeah? Gets a little bit tricky now. There's a couple of instructors in our class that are traditional trained. So slightly different from myself, for instance. I was never taught traditional karate, like Graham was, or Danny. I don't know if you met Danny, but Danny was a traditionally trained karate student. We do a freestyle, which means we do a lot more movement, we bounce around. We don't always go forwards, we'll go to side. Yeah? Freestyle. It's a bit smoother. But traditional karate students have this really, really beautiful technique of being able to do an inside crescent knee at the last moment, and you don't ever expect it. Okay? So say for instance someone is coming in with a snap kick to hit me in the stomach. Okay? What they would do is very quickly and very sneakily just bring out that knee, which blocks their leg away, and then they follow it through with a low roundhouse, which takes the other leg off the floor and they land on their back. It's beautiful, beautiful. And the reason that they're able to do that better than what I can, for instance, is because they train from a very low grade, white belts, yellow belts, orange belts. They train to do that. Yeah? They train this rising knee, this knee block, which is what I'm training you to do now. So by the time you are black belt, you will be better at it than what I am. And I will test you when you're a black belt to see if you can do it. But from here, what we're going to practice now is a small, it's like a crescent kick, but my knee is going to come up, around and down. I haven't actually turned my body. Yeah? All I'm doing is I'm bringing my knee, my elbow's still down, remember, to help protect. I'm just bringing my knee up and down. My hips are still facing forward. My shoulders are still facing forward. Gosh, my knee is still facing this direction. Yeah? Look, it's still the same position. What we're going to do now is going to bring that knee up, around. And we're going to strike at, instead of forward, instead of completely across, we're going to strike to their ribs, across. Yeah? So if I was facing this direction now, the block comes up and down. My foot is facing that way, but I'm striking there, in between the two. Yeah? Boom. So from here, big block and down, strike to the ribs. This hand still stays up to protect. From here, block and strike. Okay? 1, 2. And the even better ones that are able to do it will do all the moves at the same time from here. Block, punch. This hand will probably chop the back of their neck, and then they'd swipe the foot from underneath. Just kicked my water bottle over. Wasn't paying attention. It worked. It went flying. So, I'm going to do 10 of these with me. Round knee, punch to the ribs. Yeah? With me. 1. And back. 2. Back. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. It feels strange for me to do that because it's a traditional move, and like I said, I wasn't trained in traditional. I can do it, but mine aren't as smooth as what theirs are. Maybe, hopefully, with you learning it as a lower grade, you'll be better at it than what I am. So we're going to swap legs now. Same again, knee comes around and down, and instead of punching forward or to the side, I'm going in between diagonally to the ribs. Yeah? 10 of these as well, so with me. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. and 10. Excellent. So rising knee, you're blocking that leg out of the way. It doesn't seem like you're learning a lot at the moment, yeah? Because we're giving you small amounts of techniques and to repeat. But when you think about it in class, that's exactly what we do. The difference in class is I then have to go to the first student to make sure they're doing it, then the second, and then the third, and then the fourth, and then the fifth. And if I've got a class of 12, for instance, that can happen, of 12 yellow belts, for instance, I've got to go to each one, which means that you're practicing it more and for longer. So what I want you to do now is pause, practice that off both sides. So a minute ago, well, 5-10 minutes ago, you did the 5 minutes of making your own combinations from the turn and rising elbow block, yeah? Well, this time, I don't want you to add anything else. I just want you to practice 10 times on each leg. That, in fact, no, you're going to do that around, and I want you to do 1, 2. So ribs, head. Same off this side, the side. Block, 1, 2. So that's 10 times on each side. I want you to practice that, and then come back to video. Okay, so that was fantastic. Done a lot of work there. Like I said, every week I write down what we've done. I plan on doing more with those 2 blocks and combinations, so adding more on, moving in different directions or turning, twisting, and working different parts of that block for the knees and the elbows. Like I said, I know we're only working on one part, but if I can get that up to scratch, then that's one less thing I have to teach you. But you're all doing fantastic. Hopefully by the next time you see me, I'm hoping it won't be on video, because it's the 1st of March today. I'm hoping that in 2 weeks' time, we're back in the dojo. If not, then the lesson will be more blocking elbows, but working different types. But otherwise, I hope you're all keeping safe. I hope you're all behaving, and I hope that you're all still trying your best at homeschool, because it's still killing you, and it's killing me being a parent trying to teach homeschool. It turns out I'm not as smart as I thought I was. But otherwise, have a lovely couple of weeks, and I'll see you soon. Okay? Well, you all did fantastic. Well done. Take care.